Hey guys, welcome back. It is day 70. This is the 10th week of this. I can't believe it's gone by so fast on our journey to build a $1 million in annual revenue software company. This week, we're going to talk about a product-led growth idea that I'm very excited to share with you guys. Sometimes people, wonder how startup founders kind of do so many different things at once, and I think, and how they get things done. And for me specifically, I think during the day, I'm usually focused on execution, but it's the idle moments of my brain at other times, I think, that give me this strategy and strategic kind of vision for the company. So if I'm driving somewhere on an errand, or usually late at night, sometimes it's why I can't sleep, the day has quieted down and I'm working through ideas. But one of the things that I've been really thinking about was, how can we get New Teammate to be more viral, to get more word of mouth growth? It's the kind of product that I think does have a lot of high potential for word of mouth growth, but it's phased kind of thing. So, it requires a team to buy in to the concept. Usually they're going to have to pilot it. They're going to have to maybe convince some people. And I think my hope is it's incredibly sticky, because it's the kind of thing that as you hire, you're going to get more and more value out of it. And if you've worked at a company that has it, the next company, you'll probably take this idea to them. And that's a really great word of mouth strategy. But I think that that's a very slow word of mouth strategy. So I've been trying to think, how can we accelerate that? So product-led growth, for anybody who's maybe new to that concept, is basically all about finding ways to provide value in and around the product in such a way that leads to more use, upsells, sales, word of mouth, growth of the product. For my uneducated brain, I basically think of this as a viral product. So we're thinking about products like Calendly, where you share a calendar link and other people can see that when they book a time with you, and therefore they want to buy the Calendly product. And then all of a sudden this idea hit me, which is, New Teammate is all about introducing yourself to your teammates. It's about making a friendly workspace and inclusive space. Well, why can't we create an intro for you outside of the organization? Something that's totally public. Maybe it's only 30 seconds and it proves the kind of concept of a video intro being very valuable. And that really got me going. So I have something to show you. Okay, so here's the idea. You're basically saying hi to the world in 30 seconds, capturing a video that introduces yourself in some way and adds links to the pages that your content, so your Twitter or blog, whatever you have, and to replace Linktree from that perspective. And it creates your own page. So it's a page that you own and that you can customize to yourself. So kind of reusing the same tech as before, we're going to record something here. And once you hit record and you save this thing, you can immediately generate your page. And when you do that, finish uploading the video, and there you are. You basically already created your page. You've got a quick link for it. And when you can put this in your Twitter bio or whatever, and just host the links and the video, of yourself, or your intro. This should be a free product. It should be something that we can really promote and get viral going. So in terms of pricing, I think we give it away for free, 30 days for free, and then we make people tweet us to continually just keep getting it for free. So you basically get bumped for 6 months when you tweet us, and as long as you keep tweeting us, I don't mind it, you're using it for free, and then have some kind of pro version. I think it actually needs to be more than $2, but basically a way to make that permanent, get a couple extra features, And then the great thing, since this is such a related product to New Teammate, we can upsell all the time. Say basically, did you like this? Check out our product for teams. It's the same kind of thing, but on a bigger scale and more useful for your organization. So once I had that idea started going, I realized it's going to be much more like consumer focus. It's going to be part of the URL of everybody's site. So it needs to have kind of a punchy name. I like products like the SaaS name generator tool that supposedly uses AI to kind of generate some brand names. They're all kind of weird, but you can kind of like Recordcast, Troshot, like what? But I think that they do a really good job of kind of inspiring you. So you probably won't find something that's great on here, but you may be like, oh, hold on a second, like Recordtion. Like I don't like this specifically, but the idea of TION as the suffix of your app is kind of cool. So I went through a lot of this, and it kind of inspired me with some different words, and it kind of just got me back to snapshot. This is an introduction kind of snapshot of yourself that eventually, and it's all about making an intro, right? So eventually that led me to Snaptro, and I checked out to see if anybody was using it, and there is a domain registered for it, but there are no apps associated with that word. These days, you don't really need the raw.com. You can do go or get, use Snaptro, get Snaptro, and go Snaptro was available. So that's the domain that I'm using. Okay, so let's take a look at how far we've gotten already. It took a little work to refactor the code, kind of split out the two, because we're supporting 2 products now, but there's so much code reuse. I'm using the same branding, the same logo even. I think that's totally fine for 2 similar products to have the same logo. I don't have the budget to do another round of branding right now, so we can always kind of modify that as things get going in the future. Right now, we've already designed this camera screen from earlier in the in our development. So here's where people can say hi, introduce themselves in whatever way that they need, if it's for business, if it's for fun. We've got a count down instead of a count up this time, because we put a 30-second limit on this it's a nice constraint, first of all, to make good videos, but also it's going to save us on costs, because it's going to put a cap on that. And then when they end up, liking that video, they can basically save it here, and they can create their own URL from this and start uploading their videos. Okay. And then once they're in, this is kind of a separate video because I'm still developing this, but they can keep tweaking their links. They can add different links to this. They can save changes, and they can retake their video, and we'll help them with that. And kind of got the navigation stubbed out, but that's really about it so far. I do have to say, this is very dangerous territory. When you get a tangent impulse while you're building your startup, you really need to make sure that it's for a good reason, because it's just normal human behavior to want to start something new when you're in the middle of your thing and it's just starting to get harder. Maybe the newness is worn off. It's just so natural to be like, wait, what if we did this? So I really feel the need to have to justify my decision on this with you guys. So I guess first of all, I want to explain the potential use cases I see for this. Replacing Linktree. So many people in their profiles will have a link that goes to a Linktree page with all of their links. This could replace that because it's just as good as that, but it also has a video intro on it, which is kind of a really fun twist on that. Linktree's proven that this is a useful idea. We're just making it better. People make introductions to others all the time, especially in business, right? Well, now they can just pass their intro link on, just as people do with Calendly. So it's very viral from that perspective. It could actually be used as a low-cost alternative to New Teammate. So somebody who's interested in this New Teammate idea could do this almost like a hack. I think that's really good for us because it makes us the small fish and the big fish that eats the small fish. And then finally, I guess it's fun. So anything that's fun, I think has got a nice potential for just gaining attention. Here are my justifications for why I think this is a smart idea to pursue. Number one, we need to seed users. New Teammate may eventually become viral, have a viral component, but it does require a team to buy in, and that could be a long process. This new idea is highly viral. Anyone can create one for fun, for business, and having a option to tweet us as part of the payment option, like a way to get the product for free, is just to tweet us. That's inherently viral. It'll constantly get us in front of people in social media, not only in the feeds, but hopefully people will be replacing their Linktree links with this. Number two, it shares the same tech. We're going to be able to reuse most of what we're building and learn and improve on both of these services. So that's a really big win-win. Kind of related to that, we're going to get better and better at the UX around creating intros, because now we're going to have it for 2 different kind of audiences, and we're going to figure out what works best. It teaches people what the full product, which is New Teammate, is like. So being able to say, try out our product for teams to people who are happy customers is a really good way to get them to upsell. It could actually be monetizable in and of itself. We want to optimize for spread, virality, and not profit, but there's a clear case here for a pro plan that I think people would buy. 5, it's an easier product to build, so we can get this out faster and start generating buzz while we're building and gathering feedback and early pilots for New Teammate. Number 6, if this doesn't work, it's pretty easy to bail on this. It's a quick idea, so if we have to toss this, it's not the end of the world. It gives us a chance to test out a lifetime deal on AppSumo. So AppSumo is a product marketplace where you can buy like one-time purchase. It's like a 10-day window sale. You can buy a product for a lifetime license, and that's how Mailshake really got our first massive seeds of user growth, was by putting a price point on a product and giving it away for a one-time fee. You It's not a very lucrative thing because they take such a big cut, but you get a ton of word of mouth growth, testimonials, and things like that. So maybe we can do something very similar here, which New Teammate is not so suited for. It's for teams. It's based on number of users. That's a hard thing to do a lifetime deal on because, if Salesforce has a lifetime deal to New Teammate, that's worth way more than like a 5-person company. And then finally, it gives us a chance to test out some product hunt strategies for when we launch New Teammate. Maybe we'll learn some things. Not to mention, whenever you're launching on Product Hunt, it's best to have an audience already to help you get closer to the top of the rank there. We're not going to have an audience in the beginning for either of these products, really. But if we can use Snaptro to generate the audience needed to launch on Product Hunt for a New Teammate, that's a huge win. Okay, that's it this week. Tell me what you guys think of the new product idea. Hopefully this is something that you guys could see yourself using and I can quickly get it into your hands. So hit me up in the comments if you want free access to this. I will happily give this away to you guys, so just comment and let me know. Okay, I'll see you next week.